The one thing that people always ask me whenever they talk about videos is, what kind of gear should I use? Is it okay to use my phone? Is it okay to do this? Can I do this? What should I use? Those are all very valid questions. However, the most important piece of equipment is actually your microphone. I always go back to the fact that audio is actually 50% of the video. If you have poor audio, people will not want to watch your video because they can't listen to it. So have a listen to this. I'm going to actually unplug the microphone here. You can listen to what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like when I use my camera's built-in microphone. It's a lot different simply because the microphone is further away and it's also picking up everything in the room as well as whatever else is around me. And this is back to using the microphone that I'm using with my camera. Now, does it matter what kind of microphone you use? Yes, it absolutely matters. And I'm going to talk about a few different types of microphones and ones that I recommend that you get if you're just starting out. The most basic type of microphone you can get is called a lavalier microphone. It's one of those ones that you clip onto your shirt and you have it connected directly to your camera or your phone. This is the one that I recommend the most to everyone that I talk to, simply because it's the most cost effective and it will have the most dramatic effect on the quality of your audio. These microphones can be had anywhere from $30 to $70 and all the way up to several $100s. The next step up after that is to pick up a microphone that's called a shotgun microphone. This is a microphone that normally would be found on top of a camera. Now in my case, I'm actually using a shotgun microphone, but I don't use it on top of my camera. I actually have it mounted directly in front of me here. So let me just pull it up and show you. That's it right there. Normally I don't have it so you can see it in the shot. The great thing about shotgun microphones is that they have a very narrow pickup pattern, meaning they capture whatever is in front of the microphone capsule and generally reject the sounds from the outside. This is great when you're just trying to speak to the camera and trying to eliminate some of the noise that's around you. It's not 100% perfect, but it's a lot better than the built-in camera microphone. The only issue though is you want to make sure that the microphone is close enough to you. You don't want to have it on your camera and then be 5, 6, 7, 8 feet away from the camera. Microphones don't work that way. They only work best when they are close to the person speaking, close to the audio source. So you need to be within a couple of feet or 1 foot or so in order to get the best audio quality. I have my microphone mounted maybe about a foot away from my mouth. That's why the audio quality is so much better. If I were to put it on top of the camera, which I'll do now, this is what it sounds like when it is on top of the camera. It is slightly further away, maybe about 6 or 8 inches further than where it was before. And I'm sure you can hear a slight difference in the audio quality as opposed to where it was right here. This is where I normally want to keep it simply because it's closer to my mouth. There's better audio quality and it will reject more of the noise and sound from the environment when it's closer. The third type of microphone I recommend is a wireless microphone. These have come down in price and size over the years in dramatic fashion. You can pick one up for probably about $60, $70, $100. The one that I use is a little bit more simply because I find that the audio quality is a lot better. So have a look at some of the microphones that you can see online for the wireless ones and see which ones have the best reviews and at a price that you can afford as well. Don't go too crazy. I'd say that if you're really worried, get the lavalier microphone to start with and then work your way up to the other ones based on your needs. For example, if you have to have your camera a little bit further away, then absolutely I'd recommend getting a wireless system simply because you don't have to worry about the distance between your microphone and the camera. That way you'll get the best audio quality for the least amount of time to set up as well. One of the things about setting up microphones is it does take a little bit of effort to make sure that the microphone is placed properly. Like mine here, I tend to keep it placed here all the time because I know that I'll always film in this location. For you, it might be different because your home might be used for other purposes. Your office might be used for other purposes. So you want to have an easier way to set it up. That's why I recommend having a wireless system in that case. But one of the other factors that determines the quality of your audio is the space that you're recording in. This space here is actually my balcony, has a lot of glass, and it also has a lot of glass over here on this side as well. However, you can see there are curtains there to kind of muffle or at least absorb some of the reverberation. There's also some carpeting, there's a little bit of furniture around as well. The audio quality is not 100% perfect in my opinion, but it is really good simply because I'm using the right microphone placed the right way with enough sound treatment to ensure that the audio quality is going to be good. If your space has a lot of hard surfaces, has a hard floor, hard walls, glass everywhere, I highly recommend getting some sort of sound treatment. you can simply start by using a moving blanket on the floor to absorb some of the reverberation from the floor. Maybe move in a little bit of furniture, put up some drapes. You don't have to go crazy and buy those acoustic sound blankets. Those are actually quite pricey. What you do want to do though is you want to make sure that you have enough soft items in the room to absorb some of those reverberations. Now, if you're trying to figure out what kind of videos to make, have a look at some of these other ones and let me know if you have any questions about audio and microphones.